you should remember is the terms that we use mostly in psychology, like anthropology, psychiatrist, or sociology. The terms that we kind of, understood is those three things: ethics, morals, virtue. Probably you may know what those things are talking about, but there's a little bit of distinction between those terms. First, it starts from moral, okay? Remember first thing, moral, okay? Moral is like this. It's kind of a standard norm about what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is justice, what is injustice. Okay? Through the behaviors and actions, when I steal something that is belong to somebody, I have that moral, right? Yeah. You could say something like that. When we talk about ethics, ethics is same as moral. A little bit of different settings. You could say normal people, everybody has moral, right? But if you are put in certain settings, circumstances, some kind of professional position, then we are talking about ethics. So ethics is like this. I'm a lawyer. Let's say, lawyer has lawyer's professional ethics. Okay, when you take the what is it? The test for becoming lawyer, there should be you need to study the ethics of lawyer. Let's say okay, as I am lawyer, I know some kind of secret of my client, right? So can I disclose that secret to anybody? No, right? Yeah, that's against the lawyer's ethics. Also, let's say, okay, doctor's ethics too. Okay, nurses' ethics too. Like, if you guys know the HIPAA, that's kind of the keeping the private information secure. Okay, I know some information about my patients. Sometimes you don't even need to talk about those things with your colleagues, right? Or even your families. We cannot talk about those things. Or let's say you run Facebook, you are working in Facebook, and then you have many informations about the subscribers, right? So you cannot sell those people's information to any other company. That's also against ethics. Ethics only applies when you are certain professional position. same as more. The virtual is same. All these are same. Just a little bit different setting. Virtual is more, but that is different degree, higher degree. Virtual, like Jesus, let's say, something like that. Okay, so later when we do counseling lecture, we're gonna meet many times with those keywords. Okay. Communication. Okay, there are many different types of communication, like the verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Verbal communication, it uses language. It can be spoken language, it could be a hand language, a sign language, it could be written text. Those are all verbal language, verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is like the motions, the eye contacts, gestures, those things we can tell non-verbal communication. Okay, those are our main category. Okay, and then we did. Okay, let's go back to another slides. Okay, here. See, type of different communication: verbal, non-verbal, written, visual communication, like media, right? Picture and video, movie, and digital communication. That includes everything. What's going on in our virtual world, right? Email, social, couple, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those things. Then one-way or two-way communication. One way is one direction, no communication. And then two-way is like discussions with people. That's two-way communication. And then formal, informal. Formal is like presidential, New Year speech, right? That's kind of formal. Family talking, that's not formal, informal communication. And then interpersonal, just like we are communicating with friends, families, that's interpersonal. And then intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal is you are talking to yourself. That's intrapersonal. We talked about it. And then cross-cultural communication. That is communicating between different cultures. Background, like Chinese culture, Korean cultures. Yeah, I'm from Korean culture, but somebody is coming from Japanese cultures. That's cross-cultural communication. And then mass public business communication. Okay, there should be important thing about business communication. I'll cover next week. Okay, last week we covered a type of communication. I'm gonna provide you more detail with another slide, but this time I like to go over with my PDF. Sorry about that. Actually, yeah, words. Okay. Today, it is chapter, I think, 4. Today, yeah, we talked about what is communication. Communication is understanding, sharing, and meaning. To do this better, it should be done in clear, with clarity, and then you have to know the purpose of the communication. And then there are many different type of communication style. A main category is verbal communication, non-verbal communication. Then today we gonna learn social identity theory. There are many theories about how we deliver our messages to others. Those theories actually, have principles on many social science study, like sociology, psychology, psychiatrist, or anthropology. Okay, there are many important the communication theories. Okay, first we covered today is alright, almost done. Alright, this one. Okay. There is in communication skill. When we are well equipped with theories in communication style, that helps us communicate better with other people, other different communication groups. Through this, also the modern communication theory is very important to understand. That is actually reflects our very complicated, complex society that wide with many different relationships that includes actual physical relationship that you make and also including virtual relationships too. You have many friends in Kakao, many friends in Facebook, right? So once we know about the theories, that helps with when you talk about, when you deliver a message to others, especially this digital age, we more needs to know the current digital age communication style. Okay, first, social identity theory. This is just the theory, not only communication style, right? This theory is developed by Henry Tejer, John Turner in 1979, I think. You don't remember the name of the sociologist, psychologist. Just understand what this is meaning. Okay. Social theory, identity theory is very simple. My personal identity is always kind of inclining to some kind of group identity. Okay, for example, I am just I am. I am a father of my children. I am a husband of my wife. But if I put my identity into some kind of group, let's say I am Korean. I am Korean American, right? Or I am belong to Lordland College. That's the social identity. Also, I can apply this theory to different settings. Like, I am a big fan of K-pop. Like this. I am a big fan of Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah. That's the simplest way to define the social identity theory. There are important process. Let's see. Okay, if you zoom right here, I have zoom. Okay. in this diagram, it could be complicated, but the process is very simple. First, personal identity. My name is Nam. My age is 50 something. That's your personal identity. And then another term, there is social identity. Okay, like fan of K-pop, fan of K-drama, fan of celebrity, something like that. That's social identity. I am Korean. Group of people, right? Korean American. That's a social identity. Important thing that you need to remember is categorize. People have some kind of tendency to put yourself to some kind of group, right? That can be applied any other social group, like some kind of people have polarizing political opinions, right? Conservative, liberal. Also, you can apply those things too. Also, you can apply cultural background. I am based on Korean culture. My action, my idea, my message, the way I live in this world, most people based on some kind of certain cultural background. You can apply any group of people, okay? They have identity. That's the categorized. You see, there are many different categorized group identity, right? But people have a kind of tendency, susceptible to be the member of group. That's people's tendency. So once you have your personal identity, and then there are many different group identity, then you categorize. Even though if you don't know what the categorize, how you put yourself in certain group, but kind of instinctively, basically, you kind of make yourself in belonging into certain group identity. That's the next things. And then there's distinction. Okay, once let's say I am a fan of this is just example, okay? I'm a fan of Korean girl group IVE, right? So there are a group of fans, right? Which like IVE. So I consider myself, I categorize my identity in fan of IVE girl group. Then let's say my friend has also big fan of K-pop girl group, which is Blackpink, right? Distinction means not just distinguish, not just divide certain group from the other group, there are more consequences when we distinguish my groups from other groups. The consequences like this. Okay, for example, because I am a fan of I, and then someone says, my friend John says, Blackpink is the best group. Then I said, no. IVE is the best group. That means once you are belong to some kind of group identity, you are kind of producing positive self-esteem, like similar to a self-respect. Once you are, let's say, another example. Okay, I graduate from Harvard, right? Then another group identity that as long as I am a big fan of, I am a graduate from Harvard. So that's another group identity. Okay, let's say the consequences once you are belong to some kind of group identity is like this. Okay, I am graduate from Harvard, which means I have self-esteem that is working positive way. Eventually, that makes me feel like I am proud of myself, right? Because I have graduated Harvard. That's self-esteem. Yeah. Let's say another word. Not a good word. I'm just saying history like this. Once Korea was occupied by Japan, right? Korean people, as the group identity, even though Korea was occupied by Japan, most Korean people feel they are Korean, right? And then also the self-esteem works. I am second-class citizen compared to Japanese citizen, right? Those things, yeah. I'm not saying that's the fact, that's the history. I'm not saying good or bad, okay? Just make the example. Also, another story. My mother and my father, they were born in Japan. They told me a lot of good things, when they were living in Japan as just normal citizens. The only problem is the politicians, right? Yeah, that's the problem. But normal people, everybody was good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the consequences. Once you are categorize yourself in a certain group, there comes self-esteem. Self-esteem works always positive way. Okay, let's say I am a member of gangster, right? socially normal people think gangster have people think gangster they they do make a lot of crime. They give people the kind of make people afraid of, right? But if you are actually member of gangster, they have pride, self-esteem. There are many gangster groups in LA. Certain area, certain gangsters rule, right? Those areas. That they have their own pride. Then another area that there are also another gangster identity. They have also their positive self-esteem, pride. So when you see like news, there are many drive-by shootings, right? When you when you encounter rival gang member, yeah. So that's the consequence. You cannot deny. Yeah. Even though you are not categorize yourself to certain group, but you already put yourself in certain group identity. Then consequence comes, distinction. Then another consequence, self-esteem. So sometimes self-esteem makes trouble, right? Another example, let's say Palestinian and Israeli, right? There are some kind of people who have different opinion on that the words, right? Some people, even in Koreans, even in Japanese, they have their own political opinions. Yeah. When you see the news, some Palestinian supporter right next to Israel supporter, they collide, right? They exchange some kind of, the words. Eventually, the violence arise, right? Yeah, that's the consequence. Yeah, it is a simple personal identity, categorize, distinction, consequence, which is self-esteem. Always positive. Even though you are in bad group, like gangsters, they have their self-esteem positive. Yeah, that's the main idea of social identity theory. What do you think? Does it make sense? Okay, another example is like age distinction, like M Z generations and X generations, right? sometimes myself, I really don't understand my son. I know, vice versa, my son, he thinks, I don't understand my father. The way he talks, you know. Yeah. That's the also group identity, AG group identity. Okay, I give you, this is not in order, but before I go this explanation, I have more about, actually in the slides that I prepared, but today I'm gonna go over this first, and then next lecture I'm gonna, show the slides that I prepared. Okay. This is kind of example of social identity theory. Okay, as you see, workplace communication. It is very simple. You are in an IT company, right? Let's say in IT company you are kind of program developing division, right? Some people working in that department, and then there are also another department like marketing, right? Or also another department like marketing, financial department, right? You don't categorize yourself, but once you are in a certain group, you already have, not knowing that you categorize yourself to certain group, but you already in that group and you have that group identity. That's the workplace example. Like marketing team, they emphasize how the marketing is important. Yeah. No matter what, you make good program or not, marketing is not working, our company is not growing. That's their kind of self-esteem. Okay. Intergenerational communication. This is the same as age differences, like I said, MZ generations, X generations. What is another generations? Millennium. Yes. Okay, even though this is very complicated. This one I'm going to talk about later. Okay, generational difference, that is distinct group identity, MG identity. Yes, that happens also in the family too, right? Sometimes family member that are one of the closest relationship, but sometimes I don't understand my son, how he acts, how he talk, how he works, how he study, how he make relationship with his friend. Yes, I really don't understand. But I try, but there are certain barriers. Yeah, that's intergenerational communications. Then, like I said before, political disclosure. Once you are liberal or conservative, they have their own political opinion, and then they have their own self-esteem, positive way. So, there's also consequences, right? Conflict. The final consequence is conflict. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Personal, categorize. You put yourself in certain group identity. Oh, okay. Then distinction, consequence. First, you have self-esteem, pride. First, then collides. Those pride collides between two groups. Yeah, that's final consequence. Another slide I have that I prepared was there are good solutions about these things, but I'm sorry I didn't make it complete. So this happens every day, right? When you turn on the news. Yes. Also cultural identity. Cultural identity. I didn't put the term and the keyword in here. Okay, let's say relationship. Any kind of relationship you make, you have, right? And then when cultural background is involved, always another keyword comes with it. Okay, cultural background has always go along with another key terms, which is have you guys heard of ethnocentrism? Ethnocentrism. Okay. I am Korean. Centrism, the term is center. My Korean culture is the center of our universe. So I have my point of view as Korean, right? I have my philosophical view. So, strong ethnocentrism that I have as Korean, the consequence is like this. I don't understand Mexican culture. Even more, I hate Mexican culture. Something like that. That's the consequence. So, when we talk about cultural background, whatever culture that you have is nothing to do with bad or good, okay? Just different. But some people have ethnocentrism. My Korean culture is the best. So, when you look at other culture, you put their culture, put it down. That's ethnocentrism. The good example is like this: World War II, German, Israel, right? That's one of the good. Cultural identity. That's also most. I think. That is more the most prevailing, most effective, most powerful I think that's the group categorization. Cultural categorization is the most strong identity, I think. Like, culture, you really, it is really hard to change culture, background. But now I am doing a lecture as a professor. I can change my this professional, identity, right, to just as labor work, right? That's easy. But the cultural background that we have, it is really hard to change. Also, the consequence, some people have too much pride on their culture. So they have ethno. Ethno means, the people, right? Ethnic group. So that means my ethnic culture, my cultural background, Korean culture, Japanese culture, Chinese, each culture is the center of, our universe. They only have their own view. They don't like to accept other point of view. Yes, that's ethnocentrism. So when you talk about cultural identity, always think about another word, ethnocentrism. So the slide that I prepared, there are solutions for those things. Okay. So just know what that the terms mean. Okay. Another, you see the ability, sensitivity, cultural sensitivity, and ability to bridge cultural differences. Okay, I learned many things watching a Korean travelers YouTube. I don't know the name of the guy. He travels all over the world with scooter. And I learned many things from him. So that is bridge, right? You can learn directly when you travel Japan. You learn, how Japanese culture is just different from Korean culture. So you can understand Japanese people, right? Indirectly, when I'm watching YouTube travelers, I learned through him how Japanese culture is working. Yeah. So that's the cultural bridge. Sensitivity means also that means something like this. Okay. I'm sorry. It's not intentional. Okay. I compare Korean and Japanese. Right? Yeah. One day I really want to visit Japan. Actually, my mother, my father, the city they live. Okay. Good example. Korean culture, we don't lift bowls to eat rice, right? That's very rude on Korean culture, right? But Japanese culture, that is nothing to do with abnormal. That's the natural. That's the standard, right? Most Japanese people they lift the bowl. Sometimes they put their mouth in the bowl. Or drink miso, right? But when we have ethnocentrism, we think that's bad. That's not just different. So ethnocentrism, cultural sensitivity is you recognize, you accept the difference. You're not judging your culture is bad or your culture is good. That's the cultural sensitivity. Another example. In Korean culture, many male friends, many female friends, when they work, they grab their hands together, right? But in American culture, what they think? That's no good, right? I'm sorry, that's not, it's nothing like good or bad. Most people think, oh, you are gay, right? Yeah, that's the culture. Yeah. So you recognize, yeah, you understand is cultural sensitivity. Okay. Online communities also have group identity. Like some people, they play online games. What is the most famous online game right now?
League of Legends?
Yes, yeah. And then, so if you have not, if you didn't have any experience playing League of Legends, they have their own culture, right? They have their own identity. Me, I never played it, so I cannot be in that group. Also, they don't allow me to talk about whatever they talk about the legend of League of Legends. So what I'm saying is the group identity is applied online culture, online community too. So I I know many online gamer days. What is your level, right? Even though you are playing online game, but you are not belong a certain higher level, there are distinction between higher lower level. So there's self-esteem. Yeah. Consequence, conflict can be arise anytime. Yeah, interpersonal relationship. Yeah. This is everyday life. We have many. That means we have many different, multiple identity. I don't have only one identity, right? Group identity. Many different group identity I have. Let's say conflict can be like this. Okay. Let's say there are only two identity I have. One is I am citizen of Los Angeles. So I have self-esteem as Los Angeles citizen. And then I have another group identity. That is, I have another identity, which is I am a big fan of football team Texas Cowboys. So, as I am Los Angeles citizen, I am talking with my friend. He likes Los Angeles Rams football team. Even though we are share same Los Angeles citizen group identity, there should be conflicts between another group identity that we have. Yeah. That's interpersonal relationship. That applies to anything, right? Yeah. Yeah. Sports fandom. Same. Or certain cultural tendency, like I like K-pop, I like K-drama. No. I like J-drama. I like J-pop. I like American pop. Yeah. I like American movie. Yes. Okay, we have 10. Let's see. There's things I didn't cover. Okay. I'm sorry. Here, last week we just finished at the point of at the topic of there are many different types of communication style. One is like verbal communication, non-verbal communication. We already know that, right? Motions, language, written communication, personal communication, intrapersonal communication. We know, academically, we don't know exact definition, but we already know that. Because we do this every day, right? Yeah. Digital communication, emails, right? But there are one topic. I think this might be useful when you are equipped with the idea of business communication. This is very important because every day, most people, we do work, right? How you communicate in business setting that helps you succeed in your field. Certain, there are many different business fields, right? So, know this. Okay. Okay. You don't need to remember the description of it. Just understand. That's it. When we talk about business communication, there are two types. Okay, type internal communication, external communication. So what could be internal communication? Yes, within the company. Yeah. Your boss, your director tell you, hey John, do this task by tomorrow, right? That's internal communication. So what could be an external communication? Yes, you talk to other company or sometimes you talk to your client, right? Your customer. That's external communication. But there's kind of a rule. Okay. Some people says most people are equal. Yeah, that's true, right? But that doesn't apply to everything. Basically, if you see a kind of humanitarian point of view, everybody's equal, right? Everybody has equal opportunity. Everybody has equal chance to be successful, right? But that's not working always. When you apply to certain kind of group, that's not equal. I mean, in business, when I say we are not equal, that doesn't mean you are subordinate. You submit yourself. It's like your owner, and then other people slave. Nothing like that, right? I'm not talking about that one, okay? Owner or slave. I'm not talking about that. I'm not going that kind of relationship, okay? Other than, that, we have certain settings that is not equal. That depends on the position, the work you practice, you do in your professional setting. It could be doctor, it could be some kind of company, right? That's not equal. Just position has different level. Each position have different authority. That's the only difference, right? Yeah. Once you have a lower position, like in the normal labor work, and then I have my boss, higher ranking, we have same equality. That means I have right to pursue my own happiness, right? He has his own, yeah. But in working, in the business place, there's distinction. So, upward communication. The reason why we distinguish those things, what could be? That's the purpose of good business. I'm the owner of the company. My philosophy is everybody is same. Everybody has equality. But in my as me as business owner, the biggest reason that I run my company is making money, right? But I cannot take care of each, the employees of my company. I have a manager, right? He takes care of lower, position of, working employees, right? Yeah. So, upward communication, when we talk about communication, is like this. Army, soldiers, they have their title, right, level. Private always report to upward, right? There are lieutenants, right? That's the upward. Company, same. Normal labor work, they need to report how they, work was done to their manager. Manager also have to report. The company worker make good, production to his director, and then director to the board of committee. Yeah. That's upward. And then also downward communication too. Which is like, now new year is starting. I am the boss. I am the owner of the company. Last year, we have a kind of poor production in my company. So we didn't make much profit. So as starting new year, I announce all my, employee, we need to kind of, I have new plan, I have new strategy to make, good product, right? So kind of, for New Year, I have new business statement, new business plan. I have new business idea. So that I share that things with manager. And then manager share that idea with the people. They, they kind of control, right? That's downward. Okay, lateral communication. Lateral. Kind of equal? Yeah. Not equal in, authority and right, okay? Just, okay, example, financial department communicate with marketing department, right? Okay, let's say, oh, hey, Mark, I'm a person working in financial, so I talk to people in marketing department. Hey, John, this week the sales was not good. So, any idea why our sales volume was, decreased? That's the lateral. And then marketing department says to financial department, okay, there are reasons. Because your department didn't support our department with sufficient amount of money. Because for marketing purpose, I wanted to make good commercial. Yeah. In commercial, there's a slavery concept, but you didn't provide. That's why our sales was decreased. That's lateral communication. Okay, external communication is like you said, with other company, with client, with customer. That's external communication. It didn't say in here, but the last one, the slide that I prepared, it has okay. Most people think only one way. Let's say I have a skill to make people understood better because I have good, verbal skill. Yeah, I make people understand really, really easy. Then I'm a salesman, so I sell, many products to my client or customer. What I'm saying is that's not all. That's not all about it. Also, try to make personal connection with personal relationship. That helps your business. Okay, let's say you are my customer. I am a big wholesale distributor. Regularly, you order, let's say you order 100 TVs. You are a retailer. 100 TVs every year, and every month. But this month, when I take the order, it was increased like 1,000 TVs. If I don't have a kind of personal relationship with my client, I don't want to find any reason. I just see the number only, and then I ship 1,000 TVs, right? That's it. But why? his retail business is really hard, so he make good money. So he need to sell more TVs. So I call, hey, John, what happened? Your business is high? Then the reality is not that. He just put, mistakenly one more zero. Eventually, that saves money for him. That's the relationship, personal relationship. As nurse, as doctor too. But the thing that we need to avoid was personal relationship is kind of based on basic. That is not prevent your business. You cannot run business with personal relationship, right? Only personal relationship helps your business. But when you make personal relationship, it should be true relationship. When it is fake, people know that, right? So you make good personal relationship that helps your business. Yeah, that's the point. Same thing, upward, downward, lateral, same. You have good personal relationship with your boss. Yeah, everybody is the same ability. Everybody has the same product. Me as I'm the boss, I want to pay the one who has personal relationship with me, right? That helps. Okay, that's